Namato Ratana Tayasa. May I pay homage to Triple Zem, the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. My respect goes to my parents and my teachers. Hello, good evening everyone. So today is the 26th, Friday the 26th of February. This is 2021, and this is Achan Sujan from Varapunya Meditation Center, Aberdeen, Scotland. As usual, I'm here with you all tonight. And I presume that you're all having watching some of our services today from the early morning till the late until now. Happy New Moon Day, Margaret. So as I said yesterday, that today's event is a very important day, and as a result there are so many activities going on online all around the world. Every temples are organizing online events. Particularly there is one it's called a World Buddhist Dhammaduta organization, which was established in 2018 I think 2018 in UK, organizing worldwide blessing chanting and also inviting members to join the chanting and offering to the Buddha in India. Meanwhile, we have this event from the early morning till 4 o'clock today. Particularly for myself, today I was joining the conference from 5 o'clock early morning, and then I gave a early morning talk at 6 o'clock to 7, and then meanwhile giving a guided meditation to London, and then our event starting at 8 o'clock. So that continued until 4 o'clock, and after 4:30, and now here I am. So it's a really busy day. Good evening, Pratibha. So it's not yet end yet. Another 2 more to go. That is a chanting and a guided meditation. So today is a full moon, and the moon here is called Magha Puja Day. Magha means the month according to the lunar month, and Purnima is a full moon, but it's cut in short, called Magha Puja, means worship. So it's an important day. Hello Emma, good evening. Now my question is, who has observed 8 precepts from 8 o'clock till now? Anyone has observed 8 precepts? Right. While I am waiting, we'll just give you a brief introduction about this Magha Puja. It happened that after Buddha started sharing or teaching his teachings, along the way he ordained all those who wished to be ordained. And within that 9 months of his dispensation, it happened that there were more than 1,250 monks ordained by then. Oh, Margaret, you practice only 7 precepts. Which one you missed out? So, within that period of a time, it happened that these 1,250 monks, with their telepathy, Not like these days we have a mobile phone and a texting, and texting or calling them. Oh, today is full moon day. Let's go to pay respect to the Buddha. Karina observe only 7. Okay, so that wasn't your intention to listen to music. That is fine. So there's an exemption for that one. That means you have observed all 8 precepts. Well done. I wonder which one Margaret left out. Was it eating food or was it sleeping? Had a tea and a cake at 2 p.m. on Zoom call. Oh dear. Oh dear, okay. Never mind. Tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow we are having a similar event, but tomorrow will be in English most of the time. But there will be one talk in Sinhala. But much of the talk will be in English. And tomorrow, Tan Tita Dhammo or Tan Khal is also going to give a very nice talk at, I think it is at 2 o'clock. Yeah, it's on a Chunki Sutta discourse. It's very good sutra, good discourse he's going to give. So tomorrow we are going to start from 9 o'clock, and this event is jointly organized with the temple down in Glasgow. Yeah. Anumodhana Yom Kanya Satu na. Yeah. So yes, Margaret, you can do better next time. But 7 is much, it's good enough in a first day. Yeah. So tomorrow we are jointly organizing this event, in which we will have 8 precepts observation at 9 o'clock, and then will be guidance by Venerable Revata from Glasgow Temple. And after that, I will be giving a talk, mainly focusing on children, and then we'll have a break. And in the afternoon, we'll have a walking meditation, and it will be videoed. And after this children's class will end, and as soon as the children's class ends, then the Tan Tita Dhammo or Khal is going to give a talk at 2 o'clock. So I really recommend you to tune in, if not all day, but at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. So I try my best to be on live. So that's the tomorrow. So you are invited to join if you wish. But anyway, let's go to the Magha Puja. So on the Magha Puja day, it happened that after 9 months, the monks were just dispersed, traveling far and wide, visiting different places and sharing their knowledge, their understanding, as the Buddha told them, as masses sent to tell them that go monks for the good and happiness of celestial beings and the human beings. This message spread it around. So probably he was in history probably the first man to send the messengers to spread the teachings so far and wide. And with that, people began to join him and become a monk under his instructions. So with that, within 9 months, it happens that there were more than 1,000 monks. And among them, there was specifically 1,250 monks, those who are ordained by him, and they became an arahat. They became an arahat, so that means noble ones. And then all these noble ones had the supernormal powers. So they all came to meet to the Buddha without prior invitation, and it happened on the full moon day. So that's why it is known as 4 aspects union. Number 1, 1,250 monks came to the meetings without prior invitation. So this is number one. Number two, all those monks were ordained by the Buddha himself. Buddha himself. And number three, all those monks are arhats, the noble ones, and had the supernormal powers. And number four, it took place on the full moon day. So 4 aspects. Now you have to remember 2 things. Number one, the number of monks, and number two, the 4 aspects. Now, the number one is 1,250 monks. Number two, all these monks were ordained by the Buddha. Number three, they were all arhats and had a supernormal power. And the last one is it took place on the full moon day. So that's how it's become so important. Furthermore, it is not just a gathering that is more important, but the teachings that the Buddha gave on that day, which is very, very summary of the teachings. Summary of the teachings of the Buddha. So Buddha taught 45 years. And throughout this time of teachings, if someone asks you to summarize his teachings, then it comes in here. Hello, Yvonne. So this teaching is known as very, very good one. So I will read it out first. So it starts from the practice. Patience, endurance is the utmost asceticism, or forbearance is the best austerity, forbearance. And the second is a profound liberation, says the Buddhas, in the supreme goal, or nibbana is the supreme. And a renunciate should not oppress anyone. Or another way of looking at it, he is not one who gone forth harm another. He is not a recluse who molest others. So this is the first kind of advice to monks, and also we can apply in our day-to-day life. It is not just for the monks, but also in household lives. If you can practice for patience, and again I think we have a lack of patience, we all are lack of patience, and that's why we are having argument, disputes, not having understanding, and not patiently seeing things truly are. And this is the patience that the Buddha was talking, that we have to have the first quality in us, in our life, in order to gain the success. And the second success, Buddha is talking about this spiritual success, which is the high level, and that is the nibbana, the liberation from this coming back into the cycle of a birth and a death. And that is the second one. And the third one, people like to gossip. People like to talk the false things. And people like to oppress others. And that should be abandoned. So that is the basic, and here we can see that how one should practice. And then a second stanza, it's called to abstain from all evil. So we have to learn to abstain from doing all the evils, to cultivate what is wholesome, cultivating the wholesome deeds, cultivating which is good. Anything that is wholesome, we are cultivating it. And number 3, purifying your mind. Purify yourself from all these stains and dirts that you have in your mind. So these are the 3 basic fundamental teachings that if someone asks you that what is the fundamental teachings in a summary, in 3 lines. So to abstain from all evils, to cultivate good things, and purify the mind. And this is the message of the Buddhas. And it comes everything in these 3 words, 3 sentences. One who is abstaining from doing any evils basically will be practicing in accordance with the 5 precepts. Because we do understand that every action does matter. Every action gives results. And every action that one takes, that person is the responsible for the rewards or the response or the results of it. So with that, we understand in this way, then basically we are not committing or we are not violating these 5 precepts at all. When we are not violating 5 precepts, what are we doing? We are keeping ourselves safe as well as giving others opportunity to feel safe in front of us. So, practice of a 5 precept, again, I'm saying this, to prevent from committing any evil deeds, and also indirectly giving others comfort, harmony, security, and respect. So that is the first one, abstaining from doing any bad things or evil things. Now come back again. How many monks came to meet on this Magha Puja day, and how many factors are there? I wait your response. You can comment. So the last verse that the Buddha spoke on that day is called not insulting nor harming any people, and cultivating restraint with respect for the training, and to eat enough but not too much, and to live apart from meditate. This is the message of the Buddhas. Oh, Margaret, well done. That's right. So, on that day there were 1,250 monks gathered without the prior invitation. So there are four factors or 4 folds to meet. What are those 4 folds? So I will not answer now, and I will be waiting for your response. Whoever remembers, please do type below in the comments. So this last verse is the daily practice that one has to. So never speak ill in front of oneself, in front of that person, or behind that person. Never have thought of harming any beings. That's why the Buddha said that we were reading the Samyutta Nikaya previously a few days ago, and there was one. His name was Anuruddha, Venerable Anuruddha, who was the foremost in the supernormal powers, who could see 1,000-fold world system of the past and of the future. So if you remember that, you will see that when Venerable Sariputta and Moggallana asked him, he said that one of the practices that he never missed and he always consider and always be mindful was that he was always speaking and doing physical action and speech, verbal action, doing with kindness, with loving kindness in front of the person and then behind the person. So he never spoke ill of anybody at all. Buddha ordained them. Arhat's supernormal power took place in the full moon day. That's right. There's one missing, Margaret. The one is a prior invitation. So, well done, Margaret. You are listening very well. You're getting a good memories. So, on the Magha Puja day, it happened that the gathering of 1,250 monks took place without any prior invitation. And so they were probably having a telepathy. And all of them were ordained by the Buddha. and all of them were arhats with the supernormal powers, and the last one, it took place on the full moon day. Well done, Margaret. Yeah. So that is the significance of the Magha Puja. Now, what I was talking about, the third verse, that's right, Emma, she topped up the class. I have to deliver her a chocolate. Okay, so in the third verse, the to speak no ill. And this is very, very important practice that we have to adopt in these days. We like to talk negative things about third person, behind them. And this is not healthy for ourselves and then to others. And this needs to be, oh dear, waiting, okay. So Margaret is waiting for the prize. It's on the way. Yeah, so we need to practice it, not to tell any ill of anybody in front of and behind. And this is helpful for us and helpful for others. And also it builds the trust in one another. And then also further on, always avoid harming any beings. So to do no harm. To do no harm. And then always try to be on the, according to the rule. So 5 precepts. Try to practice the 5 precepts. And any rules that you have in your house, try to follow up that. Another one is very important. That is to eat enough but not too much. That's called bhojane matanyuta, restrain or moderate in eating. Now here, moderate in eating, again, you are eating sufficiently, not only the sufficiency of eating, but also you have to eat healthy food, so healthy eating. And you are eating on times. Eating on times, it's good foods. And that's really, really helpful. And that always makes healthy. I was reading one article few days ago, actually. One of the Thai doctors who was the owner of the one of the private hospital as well. He went through a very severe problems, and he was suggesting that after he checked his blood, his health condition, and he researched, and after that he reconsidered his eating habits. And in that eating habits, he avoid meats of any animal that feed with milk, like cows, like that. So he avoided that. And he was suggesting that the research says that if you avoid these kind of a meat, then it makes more healthier. But I'm not suggesting this you to practice. I'm not suggesting that you should be vegetarian. I'm not saying that you should not eat any meat. The Buddha's advice is simply saying you can eat, but not too much. Moderate eating. And this moderate eating always helpful. Always helpful. And be content with what you have. Be content with what you have now. Okay? Try not to overthinking that, oh, I want to have this and I want to have that. Always check your pocket, whether you can afford to have it or not. And even when you want to afford it, if you can afford it, think, is it necessary? So always think about your need rather than what you desire. When you driven by a desire, never will fulfill of your desire. That's why Buddha said that our desire is like a river. I think I have told the story of a celestial being, an angel comes and then saying that, okay, I will point, as he points to the mountain and it turns to the gold, and this meditator thinking, says, this angel told this meditator, saying that, okay, I will turn this mountain to gold. Do you want it? And he said, no. Oh, okay. What about if I, just let me know that whatever you want, I will point it at, and then it will turn into a gold. And he said, no. And with that, this angel became very impressed. How detached this ascetic, how detached this man is. And it again, this angel wanted to test again, and to this man, and ask him, so you don't want to have this mountain of gold, you don't want to have all these materials that I have converted for you, so you are so humble, you don't want anything. I am really impressed. Can you tell me, what do you want exactly? I will fulfill it for you. And he said, oh, I don't want that gold, I don't want these material things, but I want your finger. That clever our human beings are. So that he can point at everything that he wants to be turned into a gold. So desire never ends. And this angel just ran away. Yeah? So be content with what you have. But having said that, doesn't mean that you are not going to work. You will, in order to maintain what you have, in order to sustain your life. In order to sustain your life. So that's why these are the teachings that the Buddha summarized and taught to these 1,250 monks on this full moon day. And it is known as Ovada Pati Mokha. Ovada means the teachings or the instruction or guidance. Ovada means guidance or helping someone to understand. That's basically teaching. And then a pati mokha. And a pati means a following. Following the step in accordance with this teaching. A mokha means the liberation. Mokha dhamma means the teachings that will liberate. So that's why these are the fundamental teachings of the Buddha that summarized so concisely and so profoundly. Yeah? And then this is known as the teachings that a person who follows in accordance with it will eventually attain the liberation. So that is the essence of this Magha Puja day. So I end here. Thank you everyone for listening, and thank you all the answers, and may you all be well and happy, and may the Buddhanasasanang bless you, and sadhu. In a few moments time we are going to have evening chanting and guided meditation. You are most welcome to join with us. And meanwhile, if you would like to join for tomorrow's ceremony, then again you are welcome to. So thank you, and see you shortly. Sadhu.